Hello friends and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment, education, and for community building around the Saitama token, so please do your own research before investing. Saitama in the last 24 hours, extraordinarily quiet. We'll be taking a look at that in the fundamentals, but down about 6.8%. We'll take a look at a couple community events also. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who participated in last night's live stream. I brought some questions to you all as a community and listened to your feedback, and it was very insightful and helpful for me in terms of me choosing a pathway forward with the Saitama Stacker channel. I do want to do more diversified content, but I don't want to dilute what's going on with my Saitama content at the same time. So what I've determined to do is maintain the Saitama Stacker channel and essentially create multiple programs within that are clearly defined and delineated so that as a viewer, you can simply look at the thumbnail and say, that's a Saitama Stacker video, that's the one I want to watch. The other ones will be set with their own unique thumbnail under the Crypto Stacker channel. And I'll clearly label every video right at the beginning of the title as to what it pertains to. So people will be able to decide what content they want to participate in and not want to participate in. And I'll still be able to maintain my little Saitama Stacker brand and the little niche that I've carved out for myself there, which really is a pleasure. And honestly, I'm shocked that it's done as well as it has. It's been a real honor to have your time and your trust, and we'll continue to produce the content that you like there with a clear delineation between Saitama content and anything else that will be in the channel. So it'll be just like flipping on the TV and you've got Wheel of Fortune on, immediately followed by Jeopardy. Same channel, different content. Everybody knows what it is. We'll do the same thing with the Saitama Stacker channel. Thank you for your participation in that. Let's take a quick look at what's going on with the fundamentals. Quiet the last 24 hours. Quiet times, okay? There's 327,574 wallets, an increase of 361. Our rank has slipped significantly down to 96th in spite of the fact that our price is relatively flat. Now 6% down in the stock market, that's a pretty big move. In cryptocurrency, it's just a daily swing, something that you kind of get used to and you would almost call flat, which is hard to get your mind around. But if you're a stock investor, hard to get your mind around. The market cap currently sits at 1,073,534. So if you look at this 2 days ago, we were actually at a lower market cap with a better ranking. So what's happening is the top 100 tokens are moving up in price and we're staying flat, more or less. All right, price 70245. The volume, see, this is another spot. I'm looking at this saying this is kind of a lazy day for Saitama. 10,775,000 is relatively low volume for what we've seen with Saitama historically in recent history. The burn's still sitting at 56.264 almost, so another tenth there or hundredth there, and will tick up to the next digit. Tokens burned in the last 24 hours, 2.8 trillion. Our burn speedometer would then suggest 175 days to burn 1% of the total supply, or what would be currently 2.09% per year. Out in the community, the biggest news that I'm seeing is yesterday's AMA with David Gokhshtein. And so Russell had an AMA. I still haven't had the chance to listen to the whole thing, but by all accounts, it was a very positive, very solid performance. David Gokhshtein asked him some strong questions, and Russell does pretty well at in an interview, I think. He's what drew me to the project back in August, watching him speak, seeing his confidence. So on Twitter, you can find this AMA, but I am going to try to post a link in today's show notes. I'll also be linking to a video by Zach Humphreys, who did a summary. Austin Hilton did a great summary of this one also. I could put them both in the show notes. Instead of me summarizing it for you, they did a very nice, concise overview of that. I would recommend watching those. Those guys are always great, do a good job. So Zach and Austin, keep up the good work. All right. Now, the other notice that I saw, and there's two things here that I found pretty interesting, were actually in Russell's Twitter feed. So let me pop those open really quick. All right, so the first one right here, this was today about 3 hours ago, and I'm about 6:30 Mountain Standard Time in the United States on February the 5th. So Russell says, public service announcement, Inu Saitama has one token, and that's Saitama. Any other variation is not our own, i.e. Saitamask, Baby Saitama, your crazy Uncle Saitama, or anything else and everything in between. So I want to show you exactly what it is that he's referring to here. If you're to go into one of the coin listings, this is CoinGecko, but it would work in CoinMarketCap or any other, and you just start typing in Saitama, what you're going to find are a whole list of copycat tokens. So here's Mini Saitama, Baby Saitama, Saitamask, Saitama Kitty, Son of Saitama. Anytime you have a token that does well, that is trending, that is building a community, you'll have a bunch of copycat tokens because there's no barriers to entry. And quite frankly, there is no regulation in the space about this kind of activity. Okay, if you went out in the world and you opened a burger restaurant and called it Baby McDonald's or Mini McDonald's or Son of Burger King or, you know, the daughter of Wendy's or whatever you want to call it, you would be shut down because there are specific rules and laws that govern your ability to protect your brand. And so what Russell is saying is be wary of all of these other things out there because people get interested in Saitama, they type it in. If somebody isn't going through this with them, they pick the wrong one and all of a sudden they've invested their money in a project that's not the project and could quite frankly be set up as a scam. You have to be careful with those. So what I think is the safest thing to do is to go directly to the Saitama official website, and under the how to buy, they do list the contract address for Saitama. If I just copy this, once I've copied the address, if I'm going to place a trade, especially whether that's on Saitamask when it comes out, or if I'm out on Uniswap, or I'm on PancakeSwap, whichever swap it is that you're using, Shiba Swap, you can just copy this contract address and paste it directly into the buy section, and it's going to ensure that you get the proper Saitama token. So that would just be my 2 cents on that. Now, the other thing I saw, and I hadn't been aware of this one up to this point in the day, I've been doing some other things, but Scott Herman did an AMA with Russell also. So I'll post a link to that video in the description also. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long. And guys, just here's my pro tip, and maybe this only works for people with the level of ADHD that I have, but on the settings, change the playback speed to 1.25 or 1.5. You move through the video faster and it allows you to get back to your day or consume more media. So that's just, it's the way I operate. And it takes you a minute to adjust to it, but once you adjust, you can hear everything really clearly and you just move through the content a little bit faster. All right, I'll show you my reflections for the last 24 hours and I'm going to sign off on this one. So the last 24 hours, I have received 58,711,000 free Saitama tokens, which officially pushes my total rewards since November 21st over 4 billion tokens. At the current price, which was 70245, my total rewards are worth about $100. So not too bad considering all I'm doing is just waiting for things to develop. Hey, I'll say this as one final word tonight. I have to admit, in spite of the fact that Saitamask hasn't released yet, it's quite a relief to not have a deadline as a community. We're not all waiting with bated breath for something to happen. We're not all concerned about what happens if the deadline isn't met. So I think it's wise for the development team at this stage of the game to just let this ride, get it right, and bring it to us when it's ready. We're going to embrace it with arms wide open, and it definitely will be a strong catalyst for Saitama. Friends, I hope you're having an amazing day. Check back with me soon. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.